Hello, and welcome to Ace Combat Skies Unknown. So I can tap back into the right thing. There we are. Okay. It's been a while since I played an Ace Combat game, but I'm here to dive on in and kick some rumps, huh? I think I should go for my call sign here, and I'm not really sure what a good call sign would be, but for now, let's still call it Hack Dog. That's me. I'm an expert pilot. I've been playing this plenty of times before. Let's go ahead and roll. English, please. Campaign. Let's roll, shall we? New game and casual. No. We gotta play at least normal. It's been a while. I'll be out of practice, but we'll at least see something out of it. What's going to happen?
Anything special to you?
Not really. Usually it's just gray and clouds over here anyway.
A hell of a lot.
Oh, you asked me to wait for me to answer. Sheesh.
When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue.
Space. The final frontier. Alright, not quite though.
Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations.
Swano Katabuchi.
Flying's in my DNA.
Honestly, this game is not
Even
my
so,
favorite of the
my
series.
grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force.
I never did finish it.
He lost
but-
faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere.
The electrosphere, more like.
Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read.
That's right.
Pilots
Drones are
taken
going to be
the
here.
skies will soon be a distant memory.
Still a huge debate on whether or not
I
drones are
don't see
good.
anything good coming from that.
Make
Know what?
war easier
Lying
than it was
smack dab
before.
in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted.
This
no
girl's a
questions
little
asked.
privileged to
That's how
say.
we got the parts to build our own plane.
Gotta live a
Now,
life
when I say
of
we, I mean
carefree.
me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut
See,
my teeth working with those
she's got
geezers. They
connections.
taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself.
Become an
I was
ace
at the
mechanic.
airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone.
Looks like crap, doesn't it?
It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
But it could fly.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
You need the fastest planes, the
It
best
took
missiles,
6 years and 8
and the
months to get that
greatest
into
laser
plane.
cannons.
And it took
I'm
us
not kidding.
another
Laser
year
cannons are in
and a
this
half
game.
After that, to finally get the balance of the airframe just right.
Oh
I'd
yeah.
gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older.
Mm,
But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's
I
peaceful.
will say that they very much bring back the kind of feeling of Ace Combat 4 with this. At the same time, I actually don't like it as much. I prefer the more
Finally,
player-focused storytelling
I was
from
ready to
5
break
and
the
0.
sound barrier. All
Honestly-
this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
This is kind of weird to say, but Ace Combat 0 is my favorite. It's very arcadey and it's very fun to play. It's all about you, too. How you play changes the game. It's really cool. Here she goes. Whee! Man, must be nice to be able to afford jet fuel, huh? Especially in these days. And she's up in the air. Look at that. Flying a plane with no experience, with a self referred to as a junker.
So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky.
Fly, fly, fly.
Dark blue.
That's right.
I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something.
Look at that thing.
A drone.
It looks like a paper plane, which always throws me off. Like, these are real planes right here, bam. But I think those are actually real drones,
I've
too.
never seen anything move that fast. It
And
had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But country's a whole continent away from here.
Huh. Weird.
Crap. You should have put an IFS system in this piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
And yep. Ouch. Unauthorized airplane shot down. Not a surprise. Though that's actually not really standard because usually you don't have someone able to build their own airplane and fly it. But again, who knows?
Settle down. I said settle down.
There was no one
You
acting
have
out.
all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yuzha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today.
That is until
Earlier,
today.
Our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching.
It's kind of a strange idea that we're kind of a
Communication systems
peacekeeping
went down immediately after.
flight unit.
We are led to conclude
So we're
they
just
have
designed to, I
attacked
don't
the
know, fly around and
site. Here's your
look
mission.
for people that are hurt
It's possible
with
that the
signal
fusion
flares or whatever
ceasefire
else.
has been broken for the first time in over a decade.
Which means I don't just jump
As of
into
today,
a
Fort
plane and
Wayne
start
Air
shooting
Base
down
Squad
bad guys.
IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land.
Oh.
If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
Uh-oh.
We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft.
Must be pretty far on the ground, not here from that far away. Whew.
Scramble.
Many injured.
Take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base.
Alright, it's been a long
This
time.
is not a drill.
It's going to take me kind of a bit to get used to the controls again. It's been years. But hopefully we can show what I'm made of, huh? I never did complete the game on anything better than, like, Expert. I never got Ace done. But I did pretty well back in the day. F-16, 4 AAAs. Let's go. You don't have anything else right now anyway.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Roll, roll, roll. Take down the hostile
Radar
airplanes.
site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks.
Go, go, go.
Bombers in.
Honestly, this is probably the scariest part of every like engagement. When your base is being bombed and you have to take off, you're a sitting duck. That's scary.
Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Luckily for us, we never explode on the way out. We have to actually make it in the air before we can, you know. Okay.
Your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and feedback.
Oh.
Mage 2, cleared for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a wake.
There we go. I thought so. Right trigger. Let's go.
Good luck.
Control.
Ah.
Get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mm-hmm. Oh, pause. Okay.
Takeoff and
How do I change the things?
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
In? Nope. Oh, okay.
Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
I like it this way. It's more personal.
Time to stop the bullshit.
Ah, that's a missile. Okay. Oh, axis change weapon. Okay.
Warm up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this.
Yeah, Mage 1. Let's go.
Roger that.
Hello, Mage. Woo.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper.
Line up a little bit more. What we want to do is get behind them and absolutely blast it.
They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack.
Yeah, but they're bombers. So they basically sitting ducks.
Trigger.
Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an elevator.
Yeah, clown. Your name is literally clown, but you are also one.
Missile launched.
Oh. Guess we got it.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
I don't see anything else. There it is.
Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
I found them. Up, and then way. Okay. So, there's more than one target this time, though there's those 2 MiGs and a plane, so what we're going to do is actually hit X and go for the quad AMs.
Way overhead.
They're not that high overhead. Just you guys wait. Another round is not what you're going to get. Now, the quad AMs here can actually hit all 4 of these targets, all 3 of these targets at once.
For the support aircraft.
And... Alright, fire. Sure.
Is in my sights.
Enemy support eliminated.
And they're a bit more powerful than the regular ones. They do a lot more damage. Oh, hold, hit the brakes, and now we can ram it down then.
Missile launch.
Alright. Cool guys don't look like explosions, you know that.
Looking good, Mage 2.
Alright, where are we going next? Over here.
Mage 2, targets in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid
Don't
showed
talk to me like a nub.
Let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of fish hook around in it. Yeah. And like so. Bam. More than enough. Yeah, it sure is fun.
Enemy bomber down.
I think we just passed by someone bailing out of their plane.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid.
Hey, you can knock it off, knocker.
Peace.
Ha!
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2
Oh.
bandits.
Bandits, eh?
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger, settle down.
No, it's mine.
Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Mage 1 can just sit back and let me handle this.
I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
You just stay out of the way and I'll handle this. Alright, so what we're going to have to do is actually, it's called a split S. We're just going to shoot kind of past them like this, like so.
Enemy groups.
And slow down,
This is HQ.
put the upside down, turn around, and fire.
Any drones? Verify. Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus. This is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
There we go.
I can't tell them apart.
Alright, we got 4 targets, we got 4 missiles. Let's go ahead and blast them down with 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, again, these quad AMs are a little bit more accurate, also a little bit more powerful than the other ones. However, they're not quite perfect. You can't just fire and forget. You still gotta line them up properly. So they're on our radar. They're kind of needing a little bit of fish hooking.
Go to missile.
There's a lot of them too. We're gonna fish hook in. Okay. Oh. These ones, please, in front of me. Yes, good. Those are good. The ones in front of me, please. Thank you. Oh, I missed. We missed the fighters. That's okay. This guy is toast, though. And 1, 2, 3, fire. Careful, clown. He almost got launched. Oh. Did you take the hit? He took the hit.
Bomber hit by a missile.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and it'll show you the gun reticle long after you can actually hit him with the gun. Oh, okay. We're hitting the brakes. Hitting the brakes. We are going too hard, too fast. I don't want to waste another missile in this. Oh, you know what? It's fine. Whatever. Oh, yes.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
Yeah, I sure do, buddy.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp.
Yeah.
Think fast.
Roger that.
Oh, that's missed, huh? Okay. Now, I'd play a little differently. Oh, he actually used flares. Nice of him. But he's not going to be able to avoid this one. There we go. I'll let them handle those last two. Getting some altitude is a good idea to just to make sure we can clear the way. We only have 3 quad AMs left, so hopefully they're going to be good enough. But I'm not certain that's the case. Again, we need to fish hook in. A little bit more. A little bit more. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. And in. Not liking these lines. That's okay, that's okay. Oh, hey. But see, because they're flying directly into it, they also have a harder time dodging. It's easy to miss the shot, but they can also can't really dodge if you get it right. So, hitting them straight on, it can actually work out for you. And, oh, that's right, these guys are a little tankier than the regular ones. Alright, alright. And one more should do it.
Targeting range of guns.
Yep. That's it. That's a job well done. Let's go see if our friends are still good.
Mage. Job well done. All bombers are down.
Yeah.
Shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Hey, Golem Squad did their job. Congratulations.
Good going, Mage 2.
A little slow,
Looks like he's got
but we
what
did
it
good.
takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie.
Knocker, you're not even part of my team.
I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta side with the boss man on this.
Brownie, you have no idea what you're talking about. Get out of here.
Column Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones? What's the
No,
deal with all the drones?
there are no drones. All the droning is I hear in my ear.
Base, a report for debriefing.
Wow. Isn't that something? Princess Cosette's Kingdom of Eurasia. Yeah, the radio is going to be a major part of the game. You're going to hear a lot of dialogue straight from the radio. Oh, come on. We're fine.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
Alright, boom. We're not Mage 2. We're Hack Dog. Let's see how it went, huh?
Currently, we have
Oh.
we know the attacking bogies were from Erusia.
Great.
International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe.
Nuts.
Many wars are lost.
Alright, let's see. Come on. Hey, that's good. Not quite S. A is good enough, I think. Go to the next mission. I don't care. We don't need to buy anything. We're just going to kick some
As of
ass.
1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation.
Now, if you don't know,
As soon as
Erusia
the
is
news
actually
broke out,
a...
enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force
An
has
old
released a
faction
statement
from
saying this violent attack was
Ace
carried
Combat
out by
4.
drones.
Very
They
long time ago.
speculate the drones were secretly
Four fingers.
transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely.
Though they're mostly
Secretary of the
like
Navy has stated
crushed
that the
by
enemy
the
was
Yusian
targeting
forces
naval ports
back in those
across
days.
the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage.
You don't know,
in
this
the
is
attacks.
actually Europe. It's
We
kind
have
of
yet to
weirdly
hear
shaped,
back
isn't
from
it?
the department as
Somehow
to
it
the
gets
fate of
separated
Osean
from
carriers
Africa down there.
currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received
So over there
breaking
is
news.
actually Asia, and
The
then Europe,
International
and
Space Elevator,
yeah,
which is being
the
built
national
in
lands are very
southern
different in
Asia,
this
has been
universe.
seized by the
But it's the
Erusian
same
army.
planet, I think.
Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown.
Yeah.
Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now.
Harling was a president,
The
was
Executive
a
Office of the Osean
heroic
Federation
figure
has
in Ace
declared
Combat
a
5.
national state of emergency. They have ordered all
But
its
his
armed
the role
forces,
so far
including
in this game has been a little
peacekeepers,
different.
to mobilize and make
He's
the
not quite as
necessary
popular in other
preparations to
countries
launch an
as he is in
immediate
Osea.
counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen,
And
our
again,
country is officially at war. Stay
Osea.
tuned for further updates.
Osea has almost always been like the heroic faction, but it's a lot less
Osea launched an
cut and
attack
dry
on
in
the
this
capital
one.
Today,
So
striking
far,
for a
anyway.
bounty from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them.
The
During
Kestrel
air raid,
always
the Osean
sinks,
Air
by the
Force
way.
fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
That's not good. You gotta be careful about that. But then again, what can you do?
20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in.
Yeah.
The
I
biggest
don't think it was one of the
nations
game
from two
wars either.
continents went head to head. In the so-called righteous Oseans.
There's actually like a ton of wars that just break out in
They
the
fancied themselves
Ace
the
Combat
only
universe.
nation that could bring peace and stability to the world.
Ugh.
They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yusia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans.
But it wasn't quite as
But to the folks in
popular,
Erusia,
yes.
it looked like Osea was moving in to take over.
After all, the world's largest power
Erusia
starts
went
building
from being a
things on your
republic
land.
back to
Starts to
being
feel a little
king.
sus.
When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone.
Yeah.
The second the declaration
Once you
came,
mass-produce
Russian
drones,
forces
it's kind of
took
a bad
control of the
idea
space elevator without
to let
spilling
them-
a single drop of blood.
The specs get out. Then they do
President
an hack
Harling
and turn
was
against you.
touring the elevator when it
Oof.
happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers.
Somehow they had just
No one thought they were capable
hundreds of
doing what
thousands
they
of
did that
drones.
day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military. And not a single civilian was hurt in the process.
That sounds like propaganda to me, but okay.
Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner.
And they had new
And when all
technology.
this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
See, so this character just always tries to bring it back to herself somehow. It's always about her story and her life. And it feels really weird. Like, because in the grand scheme of things, she didn't seem to factor into very much.
In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived.
That's why you're talking right
I
now.
crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war.
This kind of
All
sucks, though,
in the blink of an
for it
eye.
to become wartime aviation right in the middle of the test launch. It happened the same day you decided to fly your plane, and here you are. Uh-oh. But it's time to
I was
fight
tried,
back.
found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship.
So
For
long.
company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those
That's her over there, by the
mothballed
way.
planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here.
Middle of
I
nowhere.
was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats.
Wonderful.
And the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate.
Yeah,
Its gun was aimed at the yard.
it's a prison. That's right.
This was a prison.
I mean,
This place looked like a full-on base. But half the tanker trucks were just big balloons. And the runways were
no, they're just really strong.
just painted on the dirt.
You know, the ocean.
the
I mean,
whole place was just one
the ocean
big
soldiers really
fat
knew how to
lie.
get buff.
The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So,
Yep.
I tried to escape.
It's complete
They
garbage.
found out and set the dogs on me.
Hey, you know, dogs are good. After all, if they were bad, you'd be dead. But yeah. Osea is up to some sus things in this game, and we're going to see a lot more of that in the coming missions.
Erusia
But for
has
now,
made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yusian
let's
continent
protect the
stationed in
peace,
the
folks.
IUN peacekeeping force, that we are now at war.
That's right.
Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching.
Lightning
on the
fast,
space.
too. This is like some Call of Duty little stuff.
The multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military.
I'm still not really
After
certain
the
what the
previous
purpose of this
war,
elevator
the
even
space
was.
elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns.
Energy? What does that? What does it do?
Whoever has control of it will
How
have
does it-
enormous influence over the entire continent.
What does an elevator have to do with
We
energy?
cannot turn a blind eye to
You
this
just like
critical
collect space dust and turn it into
Fort Grace
power?
Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advanced element.
We're gonna kick ass, basically,
First,
and rock
attack
on.
all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads.
Gross.
You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat.
So basically, again, it's kind of an easy
There
mission,
is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support.
and we're gonna have to fight some planes.
If that
Ooh.
happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
The thing is, this is one of the few times in the game where it's gonna directly tell you what's gonna happen in the mission. Later on, you're gonna have to adjust on the fly, and sometimes it's not a good idea to bring in your bomber to what looks like a bombing mission. Anyway, we got the aircraft tree. Let's go ahead and unlock some stuff, shall we? Oh, yes, yes. We can upgrade stuff. Whoop. I don't want that. 7K. I'm not even sure how much I got. Not much, I don't think. And the MiG-29. Yeah. Whatever that is not unlocked yet. So we got 6,000, huh? Not enough to buy the next plane. But we can buy one of these if we want to. Bombs? I don't need them. But you know what? How do we call that there for now? Our next mission is going to be soon enough. See you then.